The effects of U.S. sanctions on Russia are already being clocked in the aluminium space, with the likes of Rio Tinto Limited, ASX, Rio, upgrading its production guidance for aluminium from 3.5 million tons to 3.7 million tons. So what if the U.S. sanctions spread to copper and other minerals? Several S. We will take a look at who, below. BHP Billiton Limited, ASX, BHP, commodities giant BHP Billiton Limited has substantial interest in oil and gas, but also operates interests in copper. In 2017, BHP announced, the effects of U.S. sanctions on Russia are already being clocked in the aluminium space, with the likes of Rio Tinto Limited, ASX, Rio, upgrading its production guidance for aluminium from 3.5 million tons to 3.7 million tons. So what if the U.S. sanctions spread to copper and other minerals? Several S. We will take a look at who, below. BHP Billiton Limited, ASX, BHP, commodities giant BHP Billiton Limited has substantial interest in oil and gas, but also operates interests in copper. In 2017, BHP announced it would invest $2.46 billion to extend the life of its Spence mine in northern Chile by more than 50 years. BHP named copper one of its preferred commodities at the time, with the expansion said to create 5,000 jobs and deliver long-term value for shareholders. BHP is certainly poised to take advantage of any benefits set to arise from an extension of U.S. sanctions to include copper, and its share price has been on the rise lately, up 3% to $31 at the time of writing. Sandfire Resources NL, ASX, SFR, shares in copper gold miner Sandfire Resources have had a successful 12 months in terms of share price rises, and it is on the S&P ASX 200 gains list today, up 2.5% to $8.53 at the time of writing, a 52-week high for the stock. Sandfire released strong half-year results for the 6 months to December 31, 2017, with record sales revenue and price adjustment gains of $296.2 million and earnings per share of 37.7 C. Sandfire's Monte Copper Gold Project, a joint venture with Talisman Mining, is ahead of schedule at present, and strong operational results are forecast for FY18. Although a much smaller player than the likes of BHP, Sandfire is still primed to take advantage of any benefits that may come its way if copper sanctions are imposed by the U.S. alongside those in place for aluminum. Rio Tinto Limited, ASX, Rio, minerals and metals giant Rio Tinto Limited's portfolio of assets includes copper, aluminum, and iron ore, meaning it is already in the midst of a surge of investor confidence due to the U.S. sanctions already in place. Rio Tinto shares are up 2.4% to $80.92 at the time of writing, after a fairly decent 12 months from just $58.90 at this time last year. Investors have plenty of reasons to be excited about Rio Tinto after the release of its March quarter production report yesterday reported production increases in most commodities, with copper recording the biggest jump as production surged 65%. Rio's update had no negative surprises, with bauxite production up 12% and a lift in iron ore guidance. If the sanctions spread to nickel, this could impact ASX companies like Western Areas Limited, WSA, and Independence Group NL, ASX, IGO, in a similar fashion. You might not know this market leader's name, but it's rapidly expanding into a highly profitable niche market here in Australia. Even better, the shares boast a strong, fully franked dividend that should balloon in the years to come. In other words, we're looking at the holy grail of incredible long-term growth potential and income you can watch accruing in your account in real time. Simply click here to grab your free copy of this up-to-the-minute research report on our Motley Fool contributor. Karen Pickworth has no position in any of the stocks mentioned. The Motley Fool Australia has no position in any of the stocks mentioned. We fools may not all hold the same opinions, but we all believe that considering a diverse range of insights makes us better investors. The Motley Fool has a disclosure policy. This article contains general investment advice only, under AFSL 400,691. Authorized by Scott Phillips. 2 new stock picks every